There are no jobs in government, but are there not businesses to make?
Yeah, business.
Yes. Do you have a businesses to make? Yes, you have a business to make. So let's focus the businesses so that you create others the job. Dear viewers, welcome back to this podcast. It's me, Ayanle Abdirashid. Today we are meeting to discuss a book I love, a book that taught me a lot. That is the 10X rule and its guiding principles. And it will be taught by none other than Grant Cardone. And how does that apply to our businesses and the real life I've went through. Today I do have Mr. Rajaab, who is going to also be my guest and who is going to ask me hard-hitting questions that the listeners will enjoy and will gain a lot from my expertise and whatever I've read. Dear Rajaab, welcome back to this channel again, and you can go and ask me questions you like.
Thank you, Mr. Mohammed, for having me around once again, talking about the 10X rule about business, which has been a great game changer for many entrepreneurs, including you yourself.
Yeah.
And just to start, going straight to the point, the first thing that stands out in this book is the idea of setting goals that are 10 times bigger than what you think is achievable. Why is that so important?
Okay, achieving big goals, yes?
Yeah.
The book talks about 10X goals. Always as an entrepreneur, in life we expect to succeed. And success requires a lot of actions, but the first is setting those big goals. You know, the goals will drive you through when time is hard, when things are tough. Because once you have big goals, you are able, it's going to naturally push you to another limit. So once you set the skies as a target, you not only, if you fail to reach the sky, you're going to land somewhere. By landing that somewhere, at least it is, let's say that what do you call, it elongates you or it stretches you. You outgrow your mind, you outgrow your health, you outgrow a lot of places, even your thinking. By having those big goals and taking the right action, I think, it's not the goal. Jim Rohn says it's not the goal. It's after the goal what you have learned. People say to have a million, to be a millionaire, or having that 1 million is going to set you the magic number. No, it's not the million. It's after the million and how you acquired, is the skills you required along the way, the personal development you have done, all those things that took you from here and stretched you to become another person, and the skills you required. Those are the things that will have impact in your life. Let's say, for sake, God takes away a lot of things from you. The health, He takes away a lot from the financial. But the skills, now you have learned how to hunt.
Yeah.
Let's say now the brain just disappears, which is the money. It disappears. But don't you know the skills of tying the pole, going to the forest, timing the right time for you to get the next catch? Will you not know? So those are the goals. Today I want to catch 10 hares, or what do you call, I want to get 10 gazelles whenever I go. You get 10, next day you say I need 100. Then all of a sudden those things you have eaten, whenever you want to go, don't you have now acquired the skills?
Yeah,
it's from the goals that will teach you all those skills, and that, so you don't just dream a mere small goal. People just dream of achieving to pay their rent, have somewhere to live. Those are so basic, and success, we're going to see it, is going to call identity. And I think Cardone taught me a lot, and having those big goals will tell you. For example, in my life, actionable part is I set big goals. Whenever I was starting this group of schools, I started with one, but in my mind I had 12 schools. Today, alhamdulillah, I'm number 7. How many to go? 8 years ago, I set 12 schools. Today, I have almost 7. Don't you now see, by setting those big goals, and along the process of 8 years, whoever knew me then 8 years ago and today, there is massive change. Even my elegance, my speech, my public speech, a lot have improved, yes?
Yeah.
Even my financial, the people I employ. So the goal is not, setting the goal is just the smoking screen. But it's whatever it takes you through. It's important, yes? Now whoever I became is so important than even the goal. For sake, God should not take away. But if everything goes away today, I'm a new person. I can restart, do it better at a shorter time. Why? Because I did it and I have the confidence. Now starting a school is just I may walk on the back to me. Yeah. It's hustling. But those days, starting the finance, you don't know. Everything you don't know. So I think the goal setting as a practical applying to me, I think it's a big thing. And whatever Cardone those days taught me and I went through, I really see setting the goals is not the end of the game. It's the person you become which is important along the way. For sake, people go bankrupt. The day you went bankrupt, the skills remains with you. Yeah. The language, the communication, how to handle people, how to put groups. And you can restart again, in fact, do even better. Yeah. I think those are actionable.
That's the first segment, setting the goal. Yeah. Let's go to the second segment of the 10 times rules, which is the taking massive action. Which is the second segment. The next big concept is taking massive action, which is the second one. What does that look like in real life, and how can listeners or the viewers apply it?
Okay, the massive action is also, it goes with the goals. You know, whenever we're starting a business, and this channel is for entrepreneurs, as you know, we talk business. Taking the right action, not only action, massive action is important. For example, I personally started the first branch. It took me a lot of effort compared to the ones I'm opening, because already I know the time to advertise, when to put, but those days everything I was learning on the ground. So it requires a lot of resource from desks, from marketing, from everything. It took me 3 years even to break even. So 3 years of patience, working out, competing. I think those are massive actions. And then, for example, you're also a salesman. You are a businessman. You need monthly targets. Like, for example, you want to target a sale of 1 million. Your salespeople should go on the field and look for clients, maybe 200, 300, 500, 1,000, for them to sell a product to sell 1 million. Yeah. For example, a salesman should target, instead of a day calling 10 people, and he's expected to call 10 people to get yes, he must call 100 clients. 100 clients, yes. You don't have that, we are not buying. For example, you want to sell to only 10 people. The concept of 10x and a Grant Cardone and the real life how it applies is, you have a goal of 10 calls a day. But if one of 3 salesmen, I'm a 2 salesmen, one makes 100 calls and he gets 10 yes, another calls 10. In front of the boss, in front of the director of the company, who is going to be seen had made the actions based on the numbers between A or B. A calls 100, B calls 10 people. And then whenever they bring back results, A will get more. Why? It's because he took massive action. He took rejections. You know, out of 100, 90 will say you. They'll tell you, get out, don't call us, this is the rate. And then, you know, salespeople are hated by, everyone hates salespeople. Whenever he sells your corner, they want to, but the professional salesman, they won't sell you. They will just adapt with you. We're going to talk another day, a topic. You know, people who are pushy are not good in sales, yes? You're supposed to be selling in a tactical way, yes? Because every day people come and sell us product. The neighbors come and sell you things. Another person, whenever you're in a jam, someone will sell you. So the point here is, success is hidden under massive action. So you're opening a small shop. Make sure that for you not to fail, of which 80% of business will fail, you must make massive action, although success also requires other things. But action, working hard and expecting is going to be hell. It will be another thing. So I think, in my idle days, whenever I was starting the first branch, I could go vast lands, I could take my flyers, take to all neighborhoods in Likoni. I don't know if there's no village or a small house in Likoni. I've never visited those days. In fact, I could not have the resources of like this. Now we have a studio, we have this. Now we are able to reach even a lot of people that are partners by paying ads. Those days ads you don't know how to get. You take your flyer, you convince someone, either he comes or not. But always, I never understood the concept, but I could say, if I need 10 parents, I must reach 100. If I need 100 students, I must reach 1,000 households. In not 1,000 households who are able to afford our fees. Then you go and visit those houses, and then you make it.
Okay, that's really great, Mr. Mohammed. And going to the third segment, which is dominating and don't compete, which is, let me ask, Cardone talks a lot about domination versus competition, which are two different things. Why is domination the goal, and how can a person achieve it?
Okay, 99% of businesses, they compete each other. Oh, this is a competitor. He's the leader in the industry. Let us catch up with them. If they paint their houses, we also paint. If they send their people in camps for team building, you also copy. You don't know. Everyone should wear how it is. Yes. So I think domination is everyone is in a sector. For example, we as Imam Shafi group of schools, we run several schools. Our schools are middle low income people. That's our category. Personally, I believe the same concept. Always, I have to lead my people. I have to lead my competitors in this field. However much it is a hard task. Yes, there are people who are above us. There are people who are, but still, I want to be unique in that area. That some areas like marketing, other functions, I want to fit them to their game so that I have more children, more admissions. That means more resources. One is I have those resources. Still, yet we don't relent. 10x. So to dominate means you have to spend in terms of marketing, branding, so that your brand is visible, your quality is visible, your staff, you also accountability must be 10x so that they deliver results to the parents, to the students, in whoever business you are. So always, I think it was a massive, what was it? Domination.
Domination, yeah.
So make sure that you dominate and then people come to your industry. If you are spares, you're selling spares, make sure you dominate so that even the other people come and learn from you. How are you doing? Because you want to be a leader in that. So always try to be the leader in the industry and you can make it. And for us, how we lead in our marketing side is I compete, I outspend my rivals so that they will be doing their catch-up. Although we are young schools coming up, but those who compete us and who follow behind us, we show them the dust. And that's how we compete, and we do not compete, we dominate in our sector. Islamic integrated schools within the coastal Mombasa. Yes, inshallah. 2-3 years from now, still they have to do the catch-up.
Okay, let's go to the fourth segment in this book, which is the success as a duty.
Wow.
Success as a duty. Cardone talks about viewing success as a duty, and how does this mindset shift impacts a person's approach to business in life.
Wow. I think the best part of the book I love most is that duty. Sometimes, in life, people make it. You become a millionaire, then all of a sudden, what's next? You sleep. Then either you are growing or you are dying. Those are the two concepts. Even if you are rich 10 million, you have a house, you have a beautiful thing, you have a good car, but success must be a duty. If you don't maintain it, someone else will take it from you, yes?
Yeah.
Until you die, you put the right system, and then even billionaires, if he has a billion, of which is a lot of amount, then he wants 10 billion. If he's a 10 billionaire, he's competing with 100 billionaire. Yeah. And in fact, the higher the number, the more you greedy, or because success now calls a duty. And then you have an obligation. Your mother can get sick. Your brothers can have something. Maybe one of your relatives, the best person you love, goes to hospital, and he just required $10,000, 20,000, 100, maybe 100,000 Kenyan shilling. He's supposed to be donating. He may die out of 100,000. Maybe God forsake. And then now, if you are not financially in a good position, and not success is not your duty, you eat, you sleep, you have a small house, that's it. You don't care others. But success becomes a duty when you make it in life. Also, you also help others by mentoring them, by giving them whatever donation you want, by even God. You provide madrasas, Islamic things, or if you are a Christian, you are charged, you do not. All those people will be benefiting your success. So they will be under your shed, under your tree. So let us as entrepreneurs, success, let it be our duty. Even if we hit our numbers, we become millionaires, we become multi-billionaires, success should not be stopped. It's so enjoyable. The more you win, the better you feel. You have people who are billionaires, they don't need, the next 10 generation, they have money. But still, they are outworking the lazy one. But the lazy one doesn't want to work hard. Neither is going to contribute you. Neither he said that he's waiting the government to give him a job. While he can go to the market, even if 5,000, 10,000 he has, he buys product, he sells the same day, and he can make $1,000, $10, $20, $30. From there, in 2-3 years, he can build a reserve, and yet They are saying that there's a saying that goes around that there are no jobs, yes, but there are business to make.
That's true, yeah.
There are jobs, there are no jobs in government, but are there not businesses to make?
They are business.
Yes. Do you have a businesses to make? Yes, we have a business to make. So let's focus the businesses so that you create others the job. So whenever you start a business, you're not only helping yourself, you're also creating jobs for others, you're supplying the goods, and the economy becomes something great. So that's the sweetness of a business.
And maybe a person may try to ask that, okay, let's put this in a personal approach. How has this benefited you? Talking about success, you have been successful. Put this in as a personal achievement according to you.
Alhamdulillah, today I'm thankful. My major partners are my family. They're really enjoying. I've created jobs. Thank God that we are now almost employing 100 and 120 staffs. All those is the shed I've started. They are just as a part of application, yes, of success as a duty. So now whenever I'm succeeding, I not only succeed for myself, I know I've got these employees, I got my family, my mother, my fathers, some of them are my investors, they want return. So I have to make them happy. In fact, beyond going that, my landlords, they're happy to see me. Why? Because I provide also something in return. Whenever the business succeeds, the landlord is also happy because I've leased the properties, enjoying either it's their farmlands, that's something they're getting. So that is now the tree. So success becomes, if I don't forsake God, we don't fail, inshallah. If we fail, how will everything, the system will be collapsing, yes? All these people, yes, so under those caring of all of them, God also places us more. Then you start striving. Everyone asks me, Muhammad, you have several schools. You just need to relax, my friend. I don't have anything compared to big boys. Just hustling. We are getting our daily bread. In fact, I want to reach a point, in fact, 10 times where I am today in the next maybe 10, 15 years to run several big businesses, and we are capable because I've tested myself all those years. The school in the education business, I may invest and venture into other businesses as these videos are for library purpose or documentary purpose. I think in future, I want to be responsible for more than almost 500 to 1,000 employees, 2,000 employees, 3,000 employees, and make more money so that I can help whoever is need the system. Build mosques, madrasas as a Muslim, and take care of my family and leave something for my bloodline to have at least generational wealth. Yeah. If God allows and He gives me that and the halal way.
And another thing, which is the 5th segment in this 10 times rule by Cardone, it's about overcoming fear, which most people fear. When most people get to know the word success, it comes with a lot of consequences. How do you know? How do you learn? How can you advise the viewer about overcoming fear and success?
Okay. One time or the other, the biggest fear we have, all of us, is we are going to die. Yes, we're going to go in front of our God, and God will ask us a lot. Besides that, that is the worst fear people fear. Other than that, something that doesn't kill you. Make sure that you don't fear. And 99% of the people fear in business. Business is two things, two outcomes. Either you make it or you lose it. Or you will be in the middle after all, but the judgment will be either way. Yeah. So don't fear. Face the fear itself so that you reduce your chances of fearing. And then in life, what once you used to fear now becomes a challenge conquered with time. Yes, you used to fear maybe in the dark. Now, any darkness you are thrown, you are ready. You used to fear opening a small kiosk. Now you have 15 kiosks or 15 tuck shops. All of being managed, you have the right system. Or you have a small McDonald's, let's assume you have pizza inns, like for example, you used to fear if this business failed. Now the business became so successful, now you have several branches and they're succeeding. No longer what you used to fear you now is no longer in the menu of your fear. So you conquered. I think fear is also shows that really growing and you are making bold moves and they are scaring you, but sometimes you face and then you see, you don't know the other hidden things. It's God who has. So what did God want? Action and faith. And then whenever you fear something, go back to your God. Ya Allah, just pray to Him that I'm fearing this. May God help me this as I take this. And the outcome on the other side of the equation, may God make it. Then from there you underwent. Whenever I was starting, I used to fear. I'm thinking of 12 schools. I don't have the first school. I don't have, in fact, I have 3 children, 5 children in the school or 30 students. how I'm thinking of having 6,000, 10,000. But after all, I said, let me start the journey. I faced the first, within 3 years, I had 2 branches. I already faced the first fear, second fear. Now I no longer fear. In fact, last year, God willingly, we took 2 schools that we acquired. There were other businesses which are existing because the directors were old. And then I took the first one. Within 3 weeks, another school came in. And then it's like, wow. And you attest, I think you are my part of media.
Yeah.
You are there. That school, even everyone got surprised. The owner told me, please take this school and run it and do this. I saw it is a potential school. I took within a month 2 schools. It was the highest risk. Alhamdulillah. Now things are settling in the dust. And slowly they are picking up. And inshallah, by putting the right strategies and believing in God that within 3-4 years, as we make a documentary in the future, we'll show you those schools will grow and become something. And we said, brother, success is a duty. For me, it's for my bloodline, for everyone who is under. And in fact, those schools, we took over with the staff. Those staffs are still continuing their jobs. So now I'm also under our umbrella. That means the organization is still thriving, although it has a lot of challenges. We are under austerity measure, but God willingly, whenever it will pick, those who stayed will enjoy the fruits. And that's how I faced fear, and fear is there. I've opened other businesses, others have closed. So nothing to fear, only God, and may Allah forgive us. As long as we are living, we face and test the fear itself.
Okay, and just to generalize, what can you tell the viewers, your general conclusion about the 10 times rules of this book, okay, about the 5 segments
of this book? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, for me, I'll say a parting conclusion as I read. Thanks for turning this into a breakdown of 10x rule. I hope these insights are as powerful as I have. Remember, it's not just about dreaming big, it's about taking massive action and dominating your space. Until time, keep pushing, keep striving, and keep the 10x in your life. Thank you. I really had a good podcast here, and my viewers will enjoy the insights of the book in a practical way that it has helped me through action. So we don't read books, but we take action with whatever we read, and I really appreciate it. Yes, Rajaab?
Yeah, thank you.
Back to you.
Yes, Mr. Mohammed, I just want to thank you for having me around talking about the 10 times rules. It has been a great honor. In fact, I've never read about the book, but I think from now I'm going to know more about the book because from the 5 segments, I think each segment talks about success and talks about every step, how to deal with the previous segment. I think it has been a great motivation to me and also to the viewers. From now, I think I have to get a copy about the book. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Welcome. And dear viewers, I think everything is just a trial. I know someone cannot love a book, but by making it personal, if I love it, others will love. I think my media people, I think success is also your duty. So let's be, everyone is working not because of just eating and getting few things. No, big thing, think big. If this media goes up, tomorrow you'll own yours. Yes, you'll have your own radio, your own station, whatever you love, so that you feel work is a play. That is the parting shot. Dear viewers, we enjoyed this podcast. See you next time. We should have consistent podcasts in this channel. Thank you.
Thank you so much.